So our company is Swiftmile. We've built the world's first smart parking and charging platform for micromobility. And we started our company in 2015, early days before anybody was thinking about this stuff, really centered around an electric bike sharing system. And we realized at that time we really want to be the technology that acts as almost like the gas station for all these vehicles, because we foresaw that when if these really hit, that they're all going to need to charge and they're all going to need a place to charge. And that's exactly what we developed. I'm an entrepreneur most of my life. For some reason, I've been wired that way. I had previously started a company where I invented an ergonomic pen called the Pen Again. And so really how this kicked off was one of our current co-founders, Leo Vera, he was CEO of a company down in Santa Barbara. And I was consulting with them, and they had this raffle where if you entered in some money for this Toys for Tots philanthropy, then you got entered in a raffle to win an electric bike. And 300 people are there. Who wins the bike? This guy. So I win the bike, and now I'm using it all the time, and it was unbelievable how it would work out. You know, I'd ride it down to the store at Trader Joe's, and people would say, oh, man, what is that? Can I ride it? Is that a motor? It was like owning like a Harley Davidson. And so we really started putting our brains to bear on what does the future look like for this? And if we don't want it to be the vehicle, which we realize we don't want to be the vehicle, we want to be more like the technology behind the charging for that. And that's what we set about doing. Think of us like a smart charging micromobility platform. Everybody's moving towards electric vehicles. All the data says by 2015, 2/3 of the world's population is going to live in these large urban megacities. And no one's thinking right now, hey, let's build an internal combustion gas engine to move people around. No, it's all going to be electric, and it's going to be electrified. So in terms of the smaller vehicles, the light electric vehicles, that's where Swiftmile comes into play. So there's no free lunch, they have to get charged. And so what our system does is it can work with any type really vehicle, whether it be an electric bike, an electric scooter, a trike, whatever's around the corner, and it provides a parking system for them to create some order to the chaos, but it also provides a charging system to them that detects what type vehicle it is and then how much charge to give it, report all that data up to the cloud, and for us to manage it. And so think of us almost kind of like a gas station for the future, but for shared light electric vehicles. But for the operator, what it does is it creates you get more uptime because the scooters are more likely to be charged because they're sipping throughout the day. Their vehicles don't get damaged as much in transit from when you pick these things up and throw them in a van. And also it creates kind of more of a hub so people know, okay, I can reliably know that there's going to be a vehicle here for me. But from the cities, the big part of them is the clutter issue. You see these kind of scattered all over, and cities last year were going, all right, what do we do? Today's incarnation, what we have here behind me, it's an agnostic system, meaning that it can work with a spin, a lime, a bird, a lift, a jump, however, whatever type vehicle it is, which is very important because in cities right now, what they want is they want one set of infrastructure. They don't want one set for every different type brand out there. We have about 100 stations out there right now. We're going to have 150 here by the end of this month, or by the end of March, but we're on track to do 2020 by 2020. So that's 2,000, basically over 2,000 stations by the end of 2020. So super excited, we're on this big ramp. And especially now that we've added this digital signage that can really stream this transit data, it's kind of like a missing link, you know, for first last mile. So you can imagine someone comes up, they either park a scooter or they take a scooter, up pops all the transit information, and that can show you all the different options at your fingertips that you can use to use public transportation, thereby foregoing the use of a car, which accounts for 28% of carbon emissions globally. So it's kind of a powerful set of pieces that are strewn together. So one thing that cities are getting extremely interested in, and we're very excited about as well, is we can power this by a number of different ways. One, we can wire it into the grid. That's probably the easiest. We can swap our batteries, which allows us to quickly deploy in a real busy area. But more importantly, we can power it with solar. And so when you power a system such as this with solar, that makes it 100% renewable powered transit. Powerful. Can't really do that with a car. So we're already, we're here in the United States, and we're now building our footprint in Europe and in Israel. And so in the United States, we're here in California, we're in Arizona, we're in Florida, we're in DC, we're going into New Jersey, Miami. And then a lot of other colleges too are really adapting this. So it's kind of exciting to see that we're at kind of like where we were with the Model T in 1910. What does the future look like going forward? It's going to be fantastic.